uh, records me and not you. So it will be there if you want to do an extra practice over the holiday or any day, really. All right, so I invite you to come to a nice, comfortable seat. If you still have the spiky ball or the tennis ball, you can simply set it off to the side. Make sure it is safe and out of the way. Yoga blocks, you have them also just off to the sides, safe and out of the way. All right, let's come to a nice, comfortable seat, letting your feet press down to the earth. Do a gentle rock of the feet back and forth, little slide of the hands on your lap, little wiggle of your shoulders. Take a moment to find your deeper breath, inhaling and exhaling. Letting there just be an ease to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more times, just like that. Nice, big, deep breath. Exhale. Just notice how it feels to arrive to your practice today. And as you are comfortable, let your palms come back to your heart center. Bringing your hands together in Anjali Mudra, which is the hand gesture of gratitude and respect. And as you bring your hands together here, let's think of one thing, one person, one action perhaps in your life that you are truly grateful for. And take a moment just to let that kind of come to mind. And then let that form your intention today. And then when you're comfortable with that, gently release your hands back to your lap. If it feels okay, you can slowly blink your eyes open if you've closed them. And take a moment to open your mouth really big and wide. Look up towards your eyebrows as well. And then exhale and smile. Good. One more time, just like that. Open your mouth big, look up at your eyebrows rather, and then gently smile. Beautiful. From here, take a nice big deep breath, letting your hands rest on your lap. Then take another deep breath, let your hands move to the floor. Take another deep breath, letting your hands reach up to the ceiling. And then bring your hands back into your heart. Beautiful. All right, grab your oar. Pretend like you are in a kayak or a canoe or on a paddleboard, crisscrossing your midline. Let your hands just move back and forth in front of the body. You don't have to really hold anything. You can just let your hands flow like they were dragging through water. Or if you want to pretend like you're holding on to an oar, that's okay. But let your hands just freely move across the body. Big circular movements. Lift up your hands even taller. I know you probably wouldn't paddle up to the sky, but let's see if we can bring the arms really big, really broad. You got it. All right, let's all go to the right side for 5 times. Here we go for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Good. And then we'll switch sides. Go the other way. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Back to the alternating. To the right, to the left. Nice big shoulder movements. Nice big arm movements. Good. Final 5 or 6. Here we go for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back to your lap and pause. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Notice how it feels. Do you feel a little bit more invigorated? All right, we're going to continue with some bigger movements here. So bringing your hands just above your knees, let your hands hover. Take your right foot, give it a little pop, lift your right hand to your right knee, tap the foot back down. Switching sides, left heel up and tap. So we're starting on the same side of the body. with these little bitty movements, lifting the knee up. Okay, so it doesn't have to be big. I'm trying to make it nice and large so you can see, but work on bringing the knee up to the hand. Give a tap. Beautiful. All right, for 4, 3, 2, now crossing the body. Cross the body. Good. So your hands do a little shiftaroo, crisscross. Good. If it feels okay, you can start to make this even bigger and sweep behind you. Yep. Good. You can also just switch it to legs or arms only. Okay, so if you want just the arms to move, leave the feet low. And if you want just the legs to move, you can hold the arms steady. Or you can keep the two together in the combo. All right, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring both hands down. Take a deep breath. Again, notice how you're feeling. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Nice big deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Take your feet a tiny bit wider. Let your heels come down, knees and toes turn out. And then we'll start those torso circles. So just moving around in some easy circular directions. Yeah, there you go. So just gently moving. Remember, if you do get dizzy, focus your eye gaze down on some stationary spot in front of you. All right, and then pause. Gently reverse your direction when you're ready for that. Again, keeping your eye gaze soft. Nice and easy with the movements. Good. 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. When you are ready, go ahead and walk your hands back up. Sit up nice and tall. Big deep breath. Good. If it feels okay, hands up to the ceiling. Stretching tall. Exhale the elbows super wide into your cactus. Leave your fingertips up to the sky. Good. Hug your forearms together. Open the arms out. Hug your arms. You can take them lower if your arms are getting tired. And lift them up. Good. 2 more. And lift. Good. Last one. Hug together. And beautiful. Release your hands down. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears. Exhale, let them release. Good. And again, shrug your shoulders. And release. One more. Shrug your shoulders. And release. Good. Turn your head slightly and look over your right shoulder. And head back to center. And then turn your head over your left shoulder in the direction of your left shoulder. And come back to center. Good. And gently bring your right ear a little closer to your right shoulder. Gently come back to center and your left ear a little closer to your left shoulder. Come back to center. Good. Take your eye gaze, look down at the floor. Keep your body upright though. So let your chin lower down, but try not to roll forward, but keep the body nice and strong. In fact, you can push into your legs to remind your torso to stay up. Good. And then lift your eyes back up to center and then lift your eyes towards your eyebrows. And if it feels okay, lift your chin a little bit higher to the sky. Take a nice big deep breath. And a nice, easy exhale. Beautiful. Return your chin back to center. Take your hands, bring them to your belly, and start to make some gentle little clockwise circles around your belly. Nice. And then take your hands, bring them behind you a little, so you can kind of go from your rib cage forward. Okay? If it doesn't feel good on your shoulder, keep it in the front. But see if you can let the elbow come back a little to tap, to bring in that energy. Now, again, if it does not feel good, keep your hands on the front or to just the side of your waist. But if you can take your hands behind you, let's do some small kidney circles. So make a small fist, water on the floor, small fist with each hand. Bring it back to the small of your back. And just try to make some little circles around your kidney area. Okay. Bring water. All right. And then from there, bring your hands back to your lap. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Open your mouth, audibly exhale. Good. One more time. Nice big deep breath. Inhale. And big exhale. Great job. Take your hands wide. And on the next breath, inhale. Bring your fingertips together. We're going to do the French press. So interlace just the fingertips. And as you exhale, bring the hands down, make the SH sound. Shh. Good. Do that again. Inhale all the way around. Just the fingertips interlace up and over your head. Big deep breath. Exhale. Shh. Good. Do that again. Inhale, big deep breath, nice and loud. Use your diaphragmatic breath. Push the air up. Shh. Good. Last one. Inhale, big sweeping action all the way around. Big exhale. Here we go. Shh. Beautiful. Let your hands rest on your lap. Take a moment to swallow. And if you need a sip of water, please know at any point you can always take one, but especially after we do some of that vocal work. Okay. So feel free to take a moment and just breathe into your space. And a small sip of water if you wish. If you have a yoga block or two, you can bring those into the center of your feet, separating your feet a little bit wider. Okay. If you would like, if you don't have one, don't worry, you can just leave your hands on your lap. Okay. You can turn your block into the letter T. So one block is taller, if you'd like. Right. Hands come onto your lap. Take a nice big deep breath. Again, feel the crown of your head lift you tall. And as you exhale, lean forward just a little bit. Hands can rest on your lap. If it feels okay, forearms can rest on your lap. If that still feels okay, hands can come to your block. Now remember, you want to keep your spine nice and long. Okay, so if you're pushing down, lift your torso and then try to hinge. Yeah. Good. Soften your eye gaze towards the floor. Soften your jaw. Inhale and exhale. Two more times. Nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale and exhale. Nice. As you are ready, start to walk your hands back up your lap. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale your arms around into that big circle. Exhale, your hands come back at your heart. This time, interlace your fingers. Okay, maybe your thumbs are going to go up. Okay, if it doesn't feel good to interlace, remember you can just stack one palm in front of the other. But if you can interlace and bring your thumbs up, go for it. All right, from here, take a deep breath. Let your hands extend out and in front of you. Exhale, pull your hands back into your heart. Good. So you're opening up. Keep your spine nice and long. Exhale, pull those hands back to your heart. Two more. Nice and long. Extend. Exhale, pull your hands back. Beautiful. Last one. Extending and exhaling. Beautiful. Take your left hand or hands and release them. Keep your left hand near your heart. Open the right arm out and tap your fingers. So open out and tap. Good. One more. Nice. Switching sides. Right hand stays close to your heart. Left arm opens. And bring it back. Good. Open wide and back. Good. One more. Beautiful. Now from here, open the right arm. Roll your palm to the ceiling like you have a pie. Can you twist a little more to that side? Take a breath. Gently roll the pie back into the center, switching sides. Bring the left hand away from your heart. Open the palm like you had a pie, and then turn towards the pie as if you're trying to serve it behind you. Inhale, bring your hand all the way back to center. Good. One more time each way. Right hand, deep breath. Open it out like you have a pie, and then try to serve it to someone behind you, reaching back a little bit more. Nice. Come on back to center, switching sides. Left hand close to your heart. Open your palm. Good. And then serve that pie to someone behind you. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Take your hands, relax them back down to your lap, and let's do one more round of our little circles. So moving whichever way feels good. And if you don't want to make it a big circle, you don't have to. If you feel like making it a really large circle, go for it. All right, once you've completed a nice circle, go ahead and stop in that backwards position and gently reverse, going the other way. Easy circles, soften the elbows, nice and long through the body. Good. One more full circle and come back up. Inhale, lift up and touch the sky. Big deep breath. French press your fingers back together. Exhale once again that SH sound. Shh. Nicely done. All right, so if you have your yoga block, you can scoot them off to the side for the moment and then turn your feet in and walk them back into the middle of your mat. Holding your chair, lean back into your chair so that you can pick up your feet. Okay. Now, if this is putting a lot of strain on your belly, lean back even more and just lift your heels up. If you don't like lifting up your feet, you can always use your block. Okay. But if it feels okay, let's try pointing and flexing our feet. Point your toes, flex your feet. Point and flex. Good. You can also do one at a time if you'd like. So if you're doing one at a time, switcheroo. Good. And then start to make some circles. And reverse. And then can you point one and flex one? Point one and flex one. Point one, flex one. Point one, flex one. Good. Last one. Point and flex. Good. And then set your feet down. Scoot your body forward on your chair one more time. Separate your feet to that outer hip space. Nice. Inhale, touch the sky with both hands. Exhale, bring your hands back to your lap. Good. Lean forward just a little with a nice strong spine. Looking out over the top of your mat, just beyond. Beautiful. Push into your thighs and come back up. Good. Inhale once you are ready. Reach the hands around. Bring your palms together. Exhale your hands back into your heart. Beautiful. I'm going to get closer to the screen, but what I want you to do is take your hands and make them starfish. Spread them out nice and wide, and then squeeze them together. And then open your starfish fingers and squeeze them together. Good. Open and squeeze. Good. One more. And I'm holding mine high so you can see. You don't have to hold them this high. All right. Then from here, hold the starfish and curl just into that little bear claw. And then spread them back to starfish and go back to your bear claw. Beautiful. And open. Good. Once again, curl in and open. Beautiful. Now let the fingers dip all the way down. Keep your thumbs wide so you're like a little clamshell, and then open back up into your starfish. Good. Bring them back down. 1, 2, 3, open. Good. So we're going a little bit of fast twitch muscle fiber. 1, 2, 3, open. Good. 2 more. Bring them down. 1, 2, 3, open. Yeah. All right. Last one. 1, 2, 3, open. All right. Then hold it here. Turn these into your thumb wipers. Okay. So just the thumbs are moving. It actually started raining here in Columbia, so good thing we got thumb wipers to get us home. All right, good. Last one. Beautiful. And then take your hands, make a small little fist, and start rolling your wrists around. Okay. You don't have to squeeze your fingers, just that small, gentle fist. And then pause, gently reverse your direction. Beautiful. And then pause one more time, reverse. Beautiful. And then pause last time, reverse once again. Beautiful. And then gently bring your hands back to your lap. Open your fingers nice and wide on your lap. See if you can lift just your index fingers up and press them back down. And then your middle fingers back up and press them down. Your ring fingers up and down, and your pinkies and down. Then your thumbs. Good, and down, going backwards. Thumbs first and down, then pinkies and down, then your ring and down, middle finger and down, index and down. Good. Pause for a moment, holding your hands in your lap. Take a nice big deep breath in. Exhale, SH sound. Good, do that 2 more times. Inhale, very big deep breath. Use your vocal aerobics here. Exhale, SH sound. Good, last one, just like that. Inhale, SH sound. Beautiful. Take a moment to swallow. If you need a sip of water, please feel free to take one, okay? So remember, keeping the vocal cords well hydrated, keeping the throat well hydrated is part of our practice too. Feel free to have a sip. All right, and then coming to the front of your chair, make sure you're in a really good spot and there isn't too much around you. Take your right heel, press it out, knee and toe to the sky, and then bring the foot back and under a little bit. Okay, so press your heel out and bring it back. Okay, so we're moving into some agility and some movement here. Lower body. Press your heel out. Good. One more. Press your heel out and come back. Good. We'll switch sides. So right leg is down, left heel goes out and bring it back. So think of pressing your heel away and your toes back up. Okay, so heel and toes. And heel and toe. Good. 2 more. Heel and toe. Last one. Heel and toe. Good. Bring your feet down. Crisscross your arms. Big circular opening. And away we go. Good. Do that again. Crisscross the other way. Big circular arms. Yes, there you go. Oh, Margaret, I see you smiling. I love that. Big stretch of the arms. Good. And away we go. All right. We're going to put that together in a combo. So start with your right foot. Heel and toe. Bring arms. And away we go, arms. Yep. There we go. Switching sides. Left heel out, heel and toe. Big arms. And away we go. Here we go. Try right side again. Heel and toe. And away we go. Good. Once again, heel and toe, and away we go. We're going to try one more time, a little faster. So it's heel and toe, and away we go, and heel and toe, and away. Here's our finale. Are you ready? Here, toe, and away we go. Last time, heel and toe, and away we go. You ready for a bow? Throw your flowers. All right, let's take a bow. Stretch your arms long. Give yourself that power into the legs. Take a little bow forward. And come up. Nice. Good. One more time. Just a little bow forward. And come up. Beautiful. Relax your arms down. Nice. All right, we're going to scoot to the right side of our chair a little. So do a wiggle, wiggle if you need to. And then scoot your right foot out. Make sure you're really comfortable and stable on this corner of your chair, okay? Both heels are down, knees and toes are forward. Stretch and lengthen the crown of your head to the sky. Take a deep breath. On the next inhalation, let your arms come into your heart center like a little rocket ship. Let them blast off up to the sky and then open your hands out nice and wide. Roll both thumbs up to the sky. Take your left hand across the body and then pull back like you had a bow and arrow. All right, and extend. Beautiful. Cross your body And you can drag your fingers on your arm too. That actually will charge up some of the meridian lines if you want to go that route. All right, so drag your fingers across. Nice. Last one. Crossing the body. And bring your hands. Good. Take a deep breath. And relax your arms down. Let your left hand come either to your chair or to your leg. And then when you're comfortable, stretch the right arm out again, but then roll the palm to the sky. Lift up and see if you can reverse your warrior. Nice. Take a big deep breath into your right side body or your right rib cage. Really big deep breath right there. One more time. Nice, really big deep breath. And then when you're ready, let your arm come back and release. Good. If it feels comfortable, you can heel toe your foot back or you can lift it up and bring it back. Okay. Do a little swivel of the knees, little bitty windshield wipers of the legs, and then scoot yourself closer to the left-hand side of your chair. And let your right foot come down. And when you're ready, sweep the left foot out nice and wide. Okay, but do make sure you're really secure and comfortable on the corner of your chair. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the crown of your head lift you even bigger. Bring your hands into your heart like a little rocket ship. Spread your fingers. Squeeze them together. Spread your fingers. Squeeze them together. One more. Spread your fingers. Squeeze them together. Leave them together. Deep breath. Rocket ship your fingertips up to the sky. And then open the arms out nice and wide to the height of your shoulders. Good. Look out over your left hand. Big deep breath. And then roll both thumbs up to the ceiling. Good. Take your right hand, cross it over your body. Your hands will clap, kind of get close to it, and then pull your right arm back like you had a bow and arrow. Okay, and again, you can let your hands touch and then drag your fingers on the right hand across your arm and down to your shoulders. In a way, you're kind of charging up your meridian line. Or you're doing a bow and arrow, whichever you prefer. All right, last one, crossing the body and coming all the way back. Good. Relax your hands down. Take a little break, a little wiggle of the shoulders. Okay. And then from here, we'll open the arms back up, but the right hand can stay on your chair or on your leg. Left palm will go forward. Roll the palm to the ceiling. From here, take a breath, and as you are ready, reverse your warrior. Nice. Feel the left side of your body open, get really big and expansive. Deep breath in. One more time. Nice, big, deep breath. Left hand comes back and release it down. Good. Left foot can come back in. You can do the heel toe, or if you want to do a sweep and lift, go ahead. Separate your feet and let your knees do a nice gentle rock and roll back and forth for that easy windshield wipe. Beautiful. And then allow your feet to gently come into the middle, bringing the soles of your feet together, and let your pinky toes come down. A little bit of a diamond shape for the knees here. Press your hands into your lap. See if you can lift and open your heart space a little bit. Deep breath. Good. And then butterfly your arms out nice and long. Big sweeping motions of the arms. Beautiful. Two more. Nice work. Last one. Big deep breath. Exhale, hands come back into your heart. Can you make that SH sound one more time? Shh. Beautiful. Take a moment to swallow. Bring your knees back up into the middle. Awesome. All right. If it feels like your feet are far away from you, you can slide a block underneath your feet on the floor. Okay. Making the knees come up a little bit higher if you wish. Take your right hand to the outside of your right chair. Lift your left hand up nice and tall. And as you exhale, bring the hand across to either the right knee, or maybe a little further onto your thigh. Okay, let's do that again. big stretch. Exhale, bring it across. Tap the knee or maybe outside of your thigh. One more time. Deep breath. Exhale, bring it across. Open your palm so it's facing away from the body. Let the crown of your head lift you taller, and as you exhale, see if you can twist. Let your left rib cage come forward. Maybe your right rib cage goes back. Nice big deep breath in and out. One more time. Nice big deep breath in and out. Beautiful. On your next breath, unwind your arms, come back to center. Both arms all the way up, stretch. Exhale, hands back to your lap. Good. One more time. Both arms all the way up to stretch. And hands back to your lap. Fingertips point forward. Give yourself a sweet little forward fold. So you're just leaning forward a tiny bit. And then come back up. Beautiful. All right. Do you remember that kidney massage we did earlier with the small little fist? Either outside of your waistline or back behind towards the small of your back. Go ahead with that little bit of a kidney massage one more time. And if it doesn't feel good on your shoulders to reach behind you, just try it closer to your ribs, outside of your waist. All right. And then pause, hands back to your lap. Left hand can go lower on the chair. Right arm reaches up, deep breath. Exhale, comes across the body, either taps the leg or the outside of your leg, thigh. Lift back up. And again, either taps your knee or maybe the outside of your leg. But last one, deep breath, lift up. Exhale, crossing the body. We're going to stay here. Nice big deep breath. See if you can roll your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Use your rib cage as well. Soften the head, the neck, and the jaw. Deep breath in. One more time. Nice big deep breath. Beautiful. Unwinding really gently back to center. Inhale, both arms take you tall. Exhale, Celtic weave your arms down. Ooh, let's try that again. Inhale, both arms really tall. And weave your arms back down. Good. Two more like that. Inhale, big deep breath. And weave your arms down. This last one. Best one right here. Deep breath, big stretch. Exhale. This one takes this energy and pull it back into your heart, taking a nice big deep breath in and a nice exhale, perhaps even with a smile. All right. If you have that block, go ahead and make sure it's safe and out of the way. If you would like to stand up, this part of the practice will give you the opportunity to do so. If you'd rather stay in the chair, that's perfectly fine. If you choose to stand up, make sure your heels come back behind you and there are no props or personal items in your way. Let your nose come over your toes, hands to the chair or hands at your heart, pressing into the earth. Come back up as you are comfortable and ready to do so, okay? And remember, if you prefer to stay in the chair, that's perfectly fine. If you have the chair, though, and you can just wander behind it, go for it. If you need to move it so it's a little closer, you can do that. We will stand behind the chair, okay? So for anybody who is staying in the chair, just come to that nice seated Tadasana. Okay, we're going to do a little agility work walking around the chair. So scoot your body over to the side. You're on that right-hand side of your chair. Let your left heel come forward, toe up. Good. And then shift your weight into the ball of your foot. Let your back heel come up. And then again, shifting back and forth. Okay, if you would like, you can use your hand to press and to pull. Okay, so you're pressing the palm away and pulling the hand back. Okay, pressing the palm away and pulling back. So remember, you can add that language in. Press and pull. Now, if you're still in the chair, Left foot is forward, right foot is back a little more. Press and pull. Okay, press and pull. You've got it. Press and pull. Oh, it's like I'm getting a high five. High five. All right, last one. Good, press and pull. All right, from here, make sure you're behind your chair and take a few steps, small lateral steps. We're going to do that a couple times. Hold the chair, but you're stepping wide behind your chair, okay? Back and forth. Those lateral steps are really good for us. If you're still in the chair, just make them wide lateral steps in the chair, okay? Good. All right. And after that last one, we'll end over on your left-hand side. Okay, so come over to the side. Right hand will stay on the chair. Right foot comes forward, toes up, and then shift your weight forward and back. Yep, if you're ready to add the arm, go for it. You know it. The press and the pull, okay? Or the push and the pull, okay? So you can just shift your weight forward and work on that pull back, okay? You can get your arm a little bit further back behind you each time if you want. Make that shoulder blade do a little bit more work. And remember, if you're remaining in the chair, we can do it just like this. Oh, no, those are your lateral steps. Sorry. The press and the pull. Here we go. Right foot forward, left foot back. And the pull. You've got it. Nice and strong. Good. Let's do 4 more. Work on that articulation of your step. You're building a whole lot of core strength while you're doing this as well. Good. Center and balance. Good. Last one. Beautiful. And then find yourself at the back of your chair for a bunch of those nice lateral steps. So start with big steps, really big ones. Really big ones. And then maybe it's a medium sized. So maybe you have to do 3 or 4 to get across. Medium sized. I feel like I'm talking about the 3 bears here. And then little baby steps, yes? Someone's been eating my porridge. Little bitty steps, good. And then once you're there, once again, the smaller steps. Beautiful. All right, and then come back and stand just behind your chair, okay? Take a deep breath in and a nice big deep breath out. Good. Let your left foot stay right where it is. So I'm going to turn my chair so you can see. Left foot down. Bring your right foot just a little behind you. See if you can lift your foot up and down a couple times. Good. And then we'll switch sides. If you're remaining in the chair, let it be like you did earlier with the knee lift. Knee up towards your hand. Okay? So if you are still standing, this is your left heel doing those little bit. All right, one more time each way. Left foot down, right heel comes up. Good. Keep your eye gaze up and across your root. Beautiful. Right foot down, left foot. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Good. If you're standing in the chair, walk your heels back a little bit. See if you can push back the backs of your legs. Okay. If you're in the chair, simply take your feet a little bit wider and lean forward. Okay. Good. Everybody allow your eye gaze to soften so you're not lifting your neck too much. Soften your eye gaze. Nice, easy, big, deep breath in. One more. Nice, easy, big, deep breath out. Beautiful. As you begin the next inhalation, please look back at your chair, walking your toes forward. As you do, come and stand up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back. If you're seated in the chair, bring your feet together. Let's all come to a really tall spine. So even if you're standing, your feet are rooted, your hips are level, your shoulders are back, your spine is super long. Good. If you're standing in the chair, lift your right hand to the ceiling behind the chair. Everybody lift your right. Good. Give yourself a little crescent out to the side. You can hold on to the chair if you are. Good. Come back up to center. Release your hand. Left side. Big deep breath, reach to the ceiling. And then give yourself that little bit of a side stretch. Nice big deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Coming all the way back to center. Release your hands. Beautiful. We will come to our seat again if you are standing. If you have one single block, go ahead and bring that with you. As you sit down, make sure the chair is nice and close and comfortable. And the block can come to your right side of your right foot. And if you want to wave a little from side to side as you come back, please feel free and soften the gaze. Take a couple deep breaths. Small sip of water if you need one. And then keeping your right foot nice and heavily to the floor, let your left heel go out and crisscross it over the right one. Okay, so even if it's just a little bit, you're just crisscrossing at the big toe, that's perfect. If you can take a larger crisscross, that also works. All right, last one. We're going to stay here with the crisscross. If you'd like to leave your pinky toe on the floor, you're welcome to. If you'd like to lift it up and onto your block, if that feels okay, you're welcome to. And if it feels even better to crisscross it up across your thigh, you're welcome to do that. So this is our pigeon pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Let your elbows squeeze in towards your heart. Take a deep breath. Exhale, one more. Nice external rotation. This is our pigeon pose. If you'd like to lean forward a little, and that feels okay, you're welcome to. Finding your breath. Inhale. Exhale, one more time. Nice big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Coming to sit back up if you lean forward. Undo that leg and just take a nice little windshield wiper back and forth with the knee. Go. All right. From there, gently relax your left foot back down. And if you use the block, you can move it over to your left side. Heel out, toe crisscrosses again if that's comfortable for you with the crisscross. Okay, so this is just a little bit of movement. And then if that still feels okay, stay here. You can prop your right foot, pinky toe side up on the block. If it's comfortable to do that, you can keep the ankle simply crisscross. Or if you'd like, bring the foot up and allow the knee to rotate out. Lengthen your spine, get really tall into your body. And if it feels okay, give yourself a little bit of a forward fold. You can keep that nice, strong, long spine. Take a deep breath in and out. One more time. Nice, big, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Beautiful. As you begin your next breath, go ahead and come all the way back up, sitting up nice and tall. Uncross whatever variation you have taken. Allow there to be that little bit of a windshield wiper back and forth. And you can take the hips a little bit wider too. Bring both feet heavily to the earth. Sweep your hands up and in front of you. Stack your forearms. Give yourself a gentle little trunk twist. Nice and easy to the right, to the left, and back and forth. And then pause while you're here. Give yourself an even bigger hug. See if you can get your elbows closer together. Maybe even give yourself a pat on the back. And if you want to give a little sway from side to side, you're welcome to do that. Perfect. Take a moment to look down and see which one of your elbows landed on top. As you undo your arms, let the second favorite elbow land on top. And then we'll go back into our trunk twists one more time. Nice and easy, rotating here. Perfect. And then from there, pause, give yourself one more really big hug. And if you want to do the little sway thing, that's cool too. It's like you're giving someone a hug. There you go. All right, once you've completed that nice big hug, give yourself a little squeeze and then open the arms up. Good. Inhale, touch the sky. Yes, big circular movements of the arms. Good. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, bring those hands down and around. Good. Two more. Nice big deep breath. Exhale. Good. Last one. And exhale. Good. Bring your hands back into your heart. Crisscross them at your heart. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Beautiful. Staying right where you are. You can bring your hands to your lap or wherever they're comfortable to rest. We're going to do the A, E, I, O, and U loud vocal work. So if you want to have your water handy, go ahead. We'll start by just saying the vowels all the way through 3 times each. Okay, so there'll be a little bit of a hold in them. All right, so remember you want to push the air out from your diaphragm, get as loud as you can. Okay, nice big deep breath in. Here we go. A, E, U. Let's try it again. Take a swallow first. Here we go. A, E, I, O, U. Take a breath. Swallow. One more time. You ready? A, E, O, U. Take a moment to swallow. And if you need a deep drink of water, please go ahead. Uh-oh, Ellen, was I upsetting your dog? Okay. All right, take a moment just to find your breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more time. Nice big deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. All right, we're going to finish the last couple minutes of our class with a little bit of a self massage as well as our relaxation. So I invite you here to start to get comfortable. If you would like to prop your feet up on a block, which would turn into sort of an ottoman, go ahead. If you have extra blankets and you want to add them, you can pop down on the floor if you'd like, or to another chair or a more comfortable recliner or a couch. If you have a blanket you want to put behind your back to make your body a little bit more comfortable, I encourage you to do that. So that the last few minutes of our practice, you want to be really comfortable. If your body has cooled off and you need to put your sweatshirt back on, or grab some socks if you don't have any on, you can certainly do that. Okay. So the idea is that you're able to take a couple deep breaths. Okay. Focusing in on the breath in and the exhale out. Okay. One more time. Nice big deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. Take your hands and gently rub them together. And then if it feels okay, you can take your hands to the small of your neck, right where your neck and your shoulders meet. Gently massaging right there. You can take your first and second fingers and gently move up the back of your neck towards the occipital ridge where your head and your neck kind of connect. And if there's any place that's a little tender, you can just sort of pause, give a little massage right there. Nice and gently through your fingers as well. And then very carefully, just allow your hands to move behind your ears. So you're kind of making some circles. Now, if you wear glasses and it's comfortable to take them off, you're welcome to. If not, just kind of work around them. Pop up and over them where you need to. And then gently move these circles around your eyes. So you can, again, if you have glasses on, you might want to move them, or you can just make the circles wider around your eyes. Okay. And you're just gently tracing that ocular circle. Nice and easy. And then let your fingers smooth out your forehead. If there's any spots where there's some tension, just gently smooth that out. And then moving your fingers to the jawline. Again, just simply smoothing out through your jaw. And then gently letting your fingers trace down your throat. And be really careful that you're just using a light amount of pressure. Moving out to just below your earlobe and tracing down towards your collarbones. And you can move closer to your throat. Again, just be really careful. It is a light amount of pressure. And then take your fingers just over your collarbones and just give a few little gentle massage points just over your collar, under your collarbones. And then bring your hands down. And like we did earlier with those kidney massages, you're just going to bring your hands in towards your ribs, down your ribs. And then just a few final circles around into the belly. Beautiful. And then let your hands come to your lap or just beside you if you're in the chair. Take a nice big deep breath. Really close your eyes, soften. Now there should be a little bit of an awakening or sort of effervescent feeling from those different pressure points you just tapped into. So just notice and acknowledge them. Perhaps drawing your awareness then from the crown of your head to your forehead, to your eyes, to your cheeks, to your jaw, allowing there to be awareness into your neck, into your throat, your shoulders, moving down the arms to the elbows and your forearms, relaxing into your wrists, the palms of your hands, the fingers and the thumbs. Notice as your hands relax, sometimes your fingers curl in or just soften a little bit. And then allow your breath to be easy as you soften through your torso. Soften deeper into the belly. Allow your hips to relax. Allow your legs to relax. The backs of your knees, the tops of your knees. Your calves, your shins. Soften through your ankles. Soften through the bottoms of your feet and the tops of your feet. Invite there to be just a gentle release from the crown of your head all the way to the bottoms of your feet. And then ever so gently begin to draw your awareness back to your space. Please take a nice big deep breath in and an easy exhale. Beautiful. Remembering if you're comfortable and you have the time to take a nap or to rest further, you are, of course, more than welcome to. But if you're ready to begin moving, turn your head slightly to the right. Take a nice big deep breath in And then ever so gently bring your head back through center and off to your left with another big deep breath. And then back to center. Begin moving or stretching any way that you would like. You can sit up a little taller if you're in the chair. You can move your hands, your feet. And when you're ready, you can sit up into a space where your hands can come closer to your heart or maybe crisscrossed at your heart. Finding your breath once again right here. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, smile gently to yourself in that sweet gesture of gratitude. I thank you all so much for being here today and sharing this practice with me and with our entire group, or Kula, as we call it. I'm going to end today's practice by leaving you with just a little quote from A.A. Milne. And it says, simply, Piglet noticed that even though he had a very small heart, it could hold a rather large amount of gratitude. So it is for me expressing gratitude to you for all of this hard work, for being wonderful, wonderful people, and for staying strong on days that don't feel like you want to stay strong. I thank you for doing that. I thank you for sharing this practice with me and with all of us. Have a beautiful rest of your day and a very happy Thanksgiving. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Bob and team. Ellen and Patrick and Ted. Thanks all for being here. Have a wonderful time visiting with family and friends. Stay well, stay awesome, everybody. And I'll look forward to seeing you in, I think actually next week again. I think. I have to look. But if not, it'll be the week after. So stay well, everybody.
Thank you.